having me tonight. I'm really excited to honestly meet you guys and be able to learn from Katie after this too, but more importantly, also share a little bit about what Q Sciences is all about for the guests here tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will get started. This might be one of the quickest presentations that you guys will ever tune into, because what I love about Q is that we have so many incredible experts and resources and everything that we can provide the information here and then guide you into an additional resource and support from there. So like Katie was talking about, my name's Amanda Kramme. I am a Gold Ambassador. I've been with Q for a little bit over a year and a half. I actually have been a labor and delivery nurse for 10 years, which is crazy to even say. It's a huge passion of mine. I will always do that. But up until actually a week and a half ago, I was also working with MS patients. So I had 2 nursing jobs. So I got rid of one of those so I can focus more here at Q. And Q is honestly a huge, huge blessing for my family and I. That is my adorable family that you see there. My son Caden is 6 in kindergarten. My daughter Kenzie is 3. You can tell by their smirks that they keep us on our toes like all the time. And that's my handsome hubby Cody. He's in the life insurance industry. Now, after I had my daughter Kenzie 3 years ago, I was struggling very hard with some postpartum mental health issues, and tried the full spectrum hemp oil here. Completely changed my life around after I was trying so many other things that just really weren't working for me. In the same moment, though, nobody around us knew we were struggling very hard financially. While my husband's in the life insurance industry, that also means he's 1099 self-employed. And what transpired 2 years ago in his business actually devastated us. We lost half of our income in a matter of a couple weeks. Several months after that, we lost half of our income again. And if you can picture, like a swan or a duck or somebody, like something like floating on a lake, and it's just very serene, like they look super cool, calm and collected, but underneath, like they're just paddling, like just to like swim. That's what we were doing. We were cool, calm and collected on the surface. Nobody knew what the issues we were going through, but underneath we were honestly just struggling to keep up with all of our bills that were going on. And so when Q was presented to us, it was the perfect timing, and I'm super blessed for my friend who presented it to us. So for those of you guys who have never heard of Q, this is a huge passion of mine to just be able to share a little bit more. We actually started in 2012 in physician and chiropractic offices, but it's because of these 2 incredible mentors here that I have the honor and pleasure of having met that started really the transformation in this industry. Mr. Mark Wilson is our CEO and founder. I love being able to go to our corporate office or go to our, I like to call it our corporate cabin, and be able to just sit down with him and shake his hand and talk about life. He knows my husband's names. He knows my kiddos' names. And that's really cool. You just don't find that anywhere. And he's truly creating the culture here where I tell people it's palpable. When you step into Q Sciences, you feel that we are very much a family and we all work together, and the culture here is just incredible. But he's also a very brilliant entrepreneur. In fact, when he brought on Mr. Jake Spencer, our now president, that is when a lot of things shifted. Jake has a tremendous experience in this industry with over a decade of experience, has built multi-million-dollar businesses here in this industry prior. But what I love is that he very much partners with us in the field as well. I've had the honor of being mentored from him. Like I said at the beginning, I'm a nurse. I have absolutely no business being in business, but I've been taught the skills along the way, and I've learned more about business here in the last about a year than I have in my entire life. I love that I can text him and just say like, hey, Jake, can you help me with this? Or hey, Jake, can you help me with this? Even the corporate staff are phenomenal. We very much value each other's partnerships, and they help us build our businesses, which is really cool. Now, I mentioned that we started in 2012, but it was in 2017, really 2018, that we completely revamped, going more so of that e-commerce sector route and really putting on the map our compensation plan that you'll see going forward. Since then, we've grown now well over 800% growth. We're already shipping into 21 countries and growing. Projection of 60 by the end of the next couple of years. And it's not only because of the incredible mentors I just mentioned, but because of our cutting edge technology in the global health and wellness sectors that are bringing to bat into play this full suite of products. If I can talk tonight, oh my goodness. So we have around 50 different products. This is ever growing, projection of doubling in the next 1 to 2 years, which is crazy because we have so many multiple verticals here that we're already serving a lot of individuals from 1 years old on up, males, females, whether somebody's looking for mental health support, energy, fitness, hormones, discomfort, you name it. I love the fact that I've never had to turn somebody away. I have something here to support and serve anybody, but also on a financial scale, starting at $17 and going on up. You can see we have a lot of options here. We could probably sit here for several hours and go through all of them. I'm not going to push you through that, so don't worry. Like I said, we have a lot of tools where the individual who invited you can copy, paste, and send you a PDF or video related to anything you might be looking for. But let me talk about a couple of my favorites. This Q Core is our really heavy hitter here at Q. It's our bread and butter. It comes with these phenomenal 3 products that come in AM and PM pillow packets. Super convenient to grab and go. The Q Max is one that I felt a difference on immediately. I had so much more mental clarity and focus and energy from it. And when I added in the Align, it just decreased that inflammation. I used to be a gymnast like way back in the day, and I would still wake up from bed and I was like, man, what in the world? My back hurts. And I love the fact that inflammation has significantly decreased, but also adding in something for my gut health. I did not understand the importance of gut health, but also supplementing. Even as a nurse, we aren't taught those things. So I feel so much better just having been on these. I love the fact that Q focuses on kids as well, and we've added in our kids core. My kiddos love it, and they also love the fact that there's a kids club, so they get a special prize from Q every single month as well. Now, our fitness and weight management program is one that has recently become a favorite of mine. I am currently in a challenge, although I know I'm not winning because I've missed out on a couple of days and stuff, but I love the fact that every morning my app, my QFit app just says like, hey, this is what you need to do for your workout today. Super easy and convenient. It holds me accountable. But further than that, Stacy and Kimball that you see down here are phenomenal. I've had the pleasure of meeting them and actually working out with them, but I have the meal plans and workout plans at my fingertips. I can customize them related to what I might be looking for, whether that's losing weight or toning up or really just debloating or feeling better and having more energy. All of the products that you see here can really focus on what you are really looking to focus on in your fitness journey. These oral sprays are some of my favorite too because they're so simple. All you have to do is spray them underneath of your tongue. So you're going to have a very high absorption rate. There's 6 of them right now. And they focus on things such as energy, immunity, curbing appetite, discomfort. But that sleep spray that you see there is definitely the top seller. And I tell people it's an add-on. You need to add it on to every single order that you are getting because the entire family will thank you for it. I utilize it for my 6-year-old, my 3-year-old. I was going to say my kids, which also includes my husband. So my husband loves it too. And so it is one of the things where if you're not dreaming, it allows you to dream again because it gets you into that deeper sleep cycle. And so in the morning, you feel much more well rested. Now, this is the line that I first started on, our full spectrum hemp oil. And I love the fact that here at Q, we're ever evolving and ever reformulating. In fact, about a month ago, we enhanced our technology. So we now have a patented technology that allows for 100% absorption rate into the system and immediate onset. The average company out there actually absorbs at 6 to 10%. So can you imagine how much better you're going to feel with this one if it's absorbing at 100%? You can see we have a lot of options. We have 4 flavors of under the tongue oils. My favorite is the berry. We also have something for your pets for sleeping, some lotions, roller balls that are infused with essential oils that focus on a couple things, as well as the twist. I have one of those along with a sport energy drink every single day. They taste amazing, but there are CBD water packets. All you got to do is you put it in water, shake it up. They focus on curbing appetite, hydration, and calming. So if something piqued your interest here tonight and you're like, okay, how can I get my hands on these products? We have a couple different ways. The first way, which I love, is this business side that'll be on the next slide. But the second favorite of mine is our preferred customer route. Now here at Q, we very much focus on helping you retain your customers. In fact, your customers are going to be rewarded when they stay consistent with your products. Now, what I love is that majority of people feel a difference of these products pretty quickly. And I don't know about you guys, but the very first order that I put in, I was like, oh, I have plenty of, full spectrum hemp oil. I'm fine. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I need more. And that was when it was like, yep, this absolutely works. And now I love the fact that when I have products coming to me every single month, I don't have to worry about it. And I'm getting points that I can turn around and cash in towards free products. On our customer side, it's $10 for the entire year to capitalize on the same wholesale pricing that we as distributors get as well. Zero risk, empty bottle money back guarantee. And we just came out with a smart ship program that I love. I also love that I'm hearing that this program is ever changing and going to be enhancing as well. Now, on the business side, it's $39.95 for the entire year. When I first heard this, I kind of chuckled a little bit. I was like, is that like, you mean like per month, right? Like this has to be like a per month type of thing. So can you imagine being able to capitalize on the trends that we're already seeing in Q Sciences, the trends in the hemp CBD industry, and just overall fitness and supplementation for $40 for the entire year? Q already has an e-commerce site ready for you. So when you have customers and business partners who are ready to get going, they just go to your site, and Q knows that since they went to your site, you're going to get commissioned on that. You have tremendous support here. I love the fact that we have so many layers of support. You have Katie here. I'm sure that there's a couple other leaders on here as well that are always here to help support you. But then even from the corporate side, we want to make sure that we get your business up and going right away. And our simple system that's already in place can allow you to do that. Now, there's a couple ways to earn that you'll see on the next page, but a couple of my favorites are our customer commissions, our team commissions and bonuses, our financial freedom movement, which is actually my favorite that I'm going to chat about. And then coming forward, I love the fact that we are going to be going into weekly pay in just a handful of weeks' time. Can you imagine being able to unlock infinity earnings each week, like week by week by week? I think that that is really exciting, and I'm looking forward to that. Now, on our compensation plan, it's very straightforward and simple as well, just like our system. You get paid 4 ways. First way is on customer sales, up to 35% right now. And on the second side, we are a volume-based compensation plan. So what I mean by that is you don't have to worry about percentages or levels or somebody in your organization having to hit a specific volume for you to do better. Here at Q, we're going to help you find your first 2 business partners. Mine were actually my mom and my friend, and it has built dramatically from there. But at the end of the month, whatever volume you have in your organization, you know exactly how much money you are going to earn because we have set pay here. We actually don't have average pay. Beyond that, we have incredible promotional rank bonuses. So let me talk about one of my favorites, which is this executive level, the 3rd rank up. This is about 15 orders in your organization. You know that your set pay is going to be $250 that month, but we're going to help you achieve this in your first full month. And we're going to help you unlock that $500 fast start bonus you see. The first 3 bonus levels are paid back to you on a weekly basis because we want to make sure we get money back into the newest person's pocket right away. Now, my favorite route here is this financial freedom movement. So here at Q, we very much focus on financial health and getting your financial house in order. What that looks like is that Q has a phenomenal team of financial coaches where you are going to be provided a free one. I work with Sarah Spencer. She is phenomenal. At the beginning, I mentioned we were dealing very, very hard financially. We actually went into credit card debt, something I vowed we were never going to do. We were able to come out of that very quickly because of their services. And now we have a significant savings plan, which is incredible. But more than that, Q actually provides $400 towards my kiddos' college funds right now. At first, that was going towards our credit card debt to clear it. Now $400 is going. It's out of sight, out of mind. The rest of these bonuses and then commissions are just income for our family that is pretty darn phenomenal if you ask me. So what's next? So if something piqued your interest tonight, obviously the individual who invited you will be reaching out to you to hear what you liked best. We are certainly here to help answer questions and be that line of support for you. So thank you so much for listening, tuning in tonight. I am going to pass it back off to Katie and let you take it away, girl.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was absolutely incredible and so quick. I need to learn your ways. That was wonderful.
Well, you it was going to be short and sweet.
Yes, no, I think it was absolutely perfect. And I loved all of your slides too. So thank you so much for sharing and for bringing your knowledge. I mean, y'all, like I mentioned earlier, she's an RN and she can get behind these products. She loves them. She is a medical professional, and we have so many in our organization in Q Sciences, and that honestly was one of the very first things that really spoke volumes to me. When I see and know that medical professionals can get behind these supplements, I know it's something good. So Amanda, thank you so much. Now, what we are going to jump to next is we call it our moneymaker call. So if you are here and somebody invited you and you're like, you know what, I would absolutely love to do this. I would love to jump in for that financial opportunity, what it can mean for my family. You heard Amanda's testimony with their finances. You're going to hear mine here in a second. But y'all, I mean, in one way or another, the majority of our population is struggling financially. And we have the tools and an opportunity here that is going to be able to drastically change the trajectory of what might be going on in your life. So I am going to dive a little bit deeper into that on the timing of the company, our systems, our simple systems that we have, dive a little bit more into that compensation plan to see if this is a right fit for you. So if that's something you're interested in learning more about, I invite you to stay on for the next 15 minutes or so for you to hear a little bit more. I did not introduce myself at the beginning of this. My name is Katie Abart. For those of you who do not know me, I am a mom of 4 little boys. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. My boys are 9, 7, 5. I have a 5-year-old today. Today's his birthday. And a 3-year-old as well. So we are super busy, and they are the reason why I am doing this. 9 years ago, I was in corporate America, loved what I did, was having amazing success. Amanda, I don't know if you know this about me, but I sold life insurance as well. And so I'm super passionate about life insurance. If you don't have it, you'll need to get it. Go get it from Amanda's husband. But it is seriously, it's one of those things that everybody needs. Everybody will need it, right? We're all going to pass away, but not everybody has. But I was super passionate about that. I had just had our first son, and my heart was breaking, y'all. I was only able to spend 1.5 to 2 hours a day with him. He was being cared for by my parents, which was absolutely amazing, and that was such a huge blessing in itself. But my heart was breaking every day that I went to work. We wanted to have more children, my husband and I. But I told Jacob, I said, babe, I don't see the point in having more children if I'm not going to be able to spend a lot of time with them. And so I was like, there has to be a better way out there, something different for me to get involved in and to do to where I can still have success, still help provide for our family, have that time freedom, that flexibility, purpose and passion in life. And he was like, well, why don't you do network marketing? And the reason why he brought that up is his brother has had really good success in this industry. And I was like, oh no, I will never do something like that. I will work until I'm 90 years old before I do something like that. And he was like, okay. Well, I sat and I watched because my husband had piqued my interest. I was like, okay, I'm going to see what they have going on over there. And y'all, they were killing it. And I was thinking, I can do this too. And so I did. I seriously, 7 years ago, quit work, cold turkey, had nothing to fall back on, jumped into this industry blindly, and I have not looked back, and it has been the absolute best decision for our family. So I was with a previous company for about 5.5 years. 4 years ago, I found out that I have the BRCA gene mutation. If you don't know what that is, it's the ovarian breast cancer gene. It increased my risk of breast cancer by 86%, ovarian by 54%. And I knew that God was giving me that information to do something with, because I had not yet been diagnosed with cancer, but I had that gene mutation diagnosis. So I decided to start having prophylactic surgeries to decrease my risk, only thinking I was going to have 3, a double mastectomy, reconstruction, and eventually a hysterectomy. Those 3 turned into 11 surgeries in a 2.5-year period because of lots of complications. That sent us into horrible medical debt, like 6 figures of medical debt. And my business was going backwards because I wasn't able to work it. So we were also struggling financially in that way. It was just starting to pile on top of each other. we were drowning. Exactly what Amanda said. That was the perfect analogy. Like, you see those ducks gliding on the pond and they look beautiful, but underneath they're like totally, that's exactly how we were. We had more months left over at the end of the month than we did have money. We were robbing Peter to pay Paul. And in the spring of 2019, my husband came to me and he said, babe, he was like, we're going to have to do something. He has an amazing job, y'all. He is a part owner here of a successful video production company. But we send our boys to private schools. We have 4 boys. We had tons of extra expenses, all the medical debt. And he was like, you're either going to have to go back to work or I'm going to have to get a second job. And I said, okay, I'm not going to go back to work. I don't want to go back to work. I want to have this time freedom and flexibility. I want to stay in this industry. I just need to shift vehicles and find something else. And so I started searching, and that is exactly when I landed on Q Sciences. So I was looking for a company that was ground floor, that was just getting started. And you know, ground floor, that name and that term, I guess, is thrown around very loosely. And I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know when you get into something ground floor, what exactly that means. Okay, when you get into something ground floor, y'all, it is so new. There are so many hiccups and so much just growing pains and things going on. But y'all, I would not take it back for a second of joining this company at ground floor, because I have seen all of the amazing changes that it has been through and the growth the company has experienced, all while I was growing as well as an individual at the same time. So I was looking for one of those companies that the timing was perfect. And timing in these companies, I'm just telling y'all, it is everything. If you know people who have gotten involved in Roden and Fields early, or Narium early, or Plexus, It Works, all of those large company names that started many, many years ago, you know, the majority of them that are still in it, they're probably making really good money still. That's exactly what happened with my brother-in-law. And that's what I was looking for. And that's exactly what I found here at Q Sciences. So this is the S-curve of network marketing. If you can see, right here, this is the pioneering stage of it. This is when people get in, they're at the very beginning. It's the tough times. This is kind of very close to when Amanda and myself got in. It was trying times. It was incredible, but at the same time, it's not for the weak of heart. I will definitely tell you that. But y'all, right now with Q Sciences and where we are in the timing, we are at the sweet spot. I mean, this is when I would seriously tell every single person out there about this, because this is the timing of when you want to get in. We are right here where this blue dot is, where we are literally just hitting momentum as a company, and we have this entire way to go up to the top before it stabilizes. Okay, and when I say stabilizes, it just isn't growing at rapid speeds. Just last month, we grew by over 54%, y'all, just the United States alone in 1 month. That is absolutely insane. We had a call today, and they are expecting several more waves of momentum just for this year alone. That's not even including the next. When I was up at our Equity Council retreat with Mr. Mark Wilson and Jake Spencer, the 2 gentlemen that Amanda spoke about earlier, they told us, they said the people who get in 2021 and prior, if they treat this like a business, if they really truly work it like a business, over the next 3 to 5 years, they are going to be able to create legacy money for generations to come. Y'all, that is absolutely incredible, and I am super, super excited to be here for it. But with that momentum and with that timing of the company, I was also looking for simple systems that were going to be in place. Mentoring, leadership, that I knew I was not going to be alone, and people were going to be there with me every step of the way. Okay, I wanted something that was going to be duplicatable. I didn't want to have to reinvent the wheel. I wanted to come into something to where people say, this is what you do this, you do this, you do this, and you execute it, and you can trickle it down to the rest of your team. And that's exactly the systems that we have here at Q Sciences. So as soon as people get started, within your first 24 to 48 hours, we are going to launch you and get you trained into your business. Okay. We go over this spreadsheet, this PDF. Every single person has access to this specific PDF that was made by corporate. Okay. And our simple systems that we have in place, they were also created by corporate, actually created by Jake Spencer. You heard about him earlier from Amanda. He is the one who he started when he was 21 years old in this industry. He made his first six figures, y'all, when he was a junior in college. Can you imagine that? I mean, I don't even think I would know what to do with that kind of money when I was a junior in college. But y'all, he created this simple system. He's been on the field, but now he is on the corporate side of things. He is doing in this company what no other companies have ever been able to do before. He is creating something and has that forward thinking and that projection with his partner Mark Wilson to create something massive, and that's exactly what they are doing. So with our simple systems, we'll get you launched. You will meet your mentors and a couple of your upline as well. We will all be plugged into the same system with you. But our system is literally piquing interest, inviting somebody to a webinar, just like you. Somebody piqued your interest. They invited you to this webinar tonight to find out more. And then they are going to bridge you and connect you to one of their mentors or one of their close friends. The reason why this third part is so important is because it takes them out as the expert. They don't have to. I mean, I have people who are on here right now who literally just got started and they've already ranked up 3 times because they have this simple system. They didn't have to be the expert. They didn't have to know anything about this. I didn't when I got started, neither did Amanda. We literally were piquing interest and connecting people, piquing interest and connecting people. And that's all you have to do too. We are going to be there with you every step of the way. You are going to have help to be able to have that amazing success like so many other people have done. Then we are going to go over a 90-day business plan. Amanda also spoke about that we go on 90-day runs. So we will go over where you want to be in 90 days, how much time you feel like you can dedicate to this. And let me tell y'all, there are so many different time increments. It doesn't have to be something that you do full-time like I do. Yes, this is my full-time job. Okay, but I have people on my team who work full-time as well, and this is their side gig to be able to supplement income, to bring in multiple streams of income. You could work 5 to 7 hours a week, or you could work 40 hours, whatever is going to best fit with your way of life and what you have going on. And we are going to help you be successful and help you come up with a plan to get you to where you want to be. I was also looking, y'all, for an amazing compensation plan, and I found it. I mean, we all have found it. It is absolutely incredible. It is something I have never seen before. And trust me when I say this, after being in this industry for 7 years, I have seen a lot of compensation plans. I have studied them, especially when I was looking to switch companies. I wanted to make sure that I was with the best of the best. I wanted to make sure that not only was I winning, but I was able to help my team win as well. And that's exactly what I found here. This is something that you will not see anywhere else because Jake Spencer himself has created this. Just like Amanda said, this is not an average. This is a set base pay. So imagine you have your salary, right? You know exactly what you're getting paid every single month if you are in that same job position and if you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? That's the same exact thing here as well. And I'm going to go into further detail about that here in a second. But we get paid 4 ways. That first way is your customer sales commission. People can either purchase as a retail customer or as a preferred customer. The only reason anyone should be a customer is because they want to try our products, but they are not yet interested in becoming an ambassador or having their own business. Okay, so anywhere from 15% to 35% is what you are going to earn back on commissions every single month with those sales that are going through your e-commerce store. The best part about it is people go to your website, they order from your website, just like Amanda said, the computer tracks it to where you get paid on that. But then corporate sends the products to them. It takes you out. You don't have to ship it. You don't have to keep products on hand. You don't have to do any kind of in-between work or have all of these all of this inventory on hand. Okay. Yes, I have samples, but it's and what my family takes, but I'm not sitting there delivering stuff all day, every day to people. And I love that. Okay. The second way that we get paid is by building a team, opening up other franchises underneath us, if you can imagine that. Okay. We build in 3 legs. You're going to start off first in your first 2 legs. Okay. And bringing on 2 people, just like Amanda said, she brought on her mom and her best friend. Who do you know that wants to start a business? Who do you think that this would be fun to do this with? Who needs an extra $500 a month? Who is your biggest fan and supporter? Who will join you on this journey? Okay, those are the people that you want to reach out to first. Who do you want to bless the most? And you'll understand what I'm saying here in a second. So in order for you to be an active ambassador, you always have to have 100 in personal volume each month. That's just you taking the products, y'all. I promise you, once you try them, you are going to fall in love with them. You will not want to have them in your life because they are that great. But being able to have that 100 in personal volume, or you can use that 100 in personal volume to go towards samples, or you can resell it as well. But that is what makes you an active ambassador, okay? With those first two ambassadors that you bring on, those are your 2 personally sponsored ambassadors that are active that you have to have at all times. Okay, you always have to have at a minimum of 2 in order to get paid on this plan. Okay, we're going to look at this first rank of builder. If you see this first blue column, it says qualified organizational volume. What that means the people that you bring on who want a business, their customers, the people that they bring on who want a business, their customers for infinity deep. We never stop. We don't have levels. It doesn't matter if somebody's directly underneath you or 500 people below you. That 500th person is going to count just the same as if they were directly underneath you. And it benefits every single person in between. So if this 500th person had 1,000 in volume, every single person between y'all is also going to get that 1,000 in volume to go towards their organizational volume. That's what I meant earlier by us being able to help our teams win, because we place people one on top of the other. So if I recruited 8 people just like that when I joined, I literally would place them like this, one on top of each other. So if this person right here had 400 in organizational volume through their customer volume, through their personal sales that they ordered, that 400 is going to go to every single person, plus you and the people above you. Okay, we're able to help our teams win. Just because this person that you recruited didn't recruit this person, but because they are placed underneath them, that organizational volume helps and counts towards this organizational volume as well. Okay, so taking that first rank, like I said, builder, you are going to personally sponsor 2 people. Let's say that they both come in with 150 in personal volume, because let's be honest, people want a lot of product when they join. They see how incredible these products are and they want to get their hands on it. So 150 from your friend Amy and 150 from your friend Mary equals 300, and you are actually a builder ambassador. You're going to get $50 to go towards your monthly commission every single month that you're a builder. And if you do it in your first 30 days and hit that first rank, you're going to receive a $100 bonus. Okay. The second rank is pro. You are hitting 600 in organizational volume. What that is roughly 6 orders underneath you. So Amy and Mary, they go and get a couple of customers, or they might bring on a couple of more ambassadors. In total, it's equaling 600 in organizational volume. You are now going to be receiving $100 in your team commissions, plus another $100 bonus if you do it in your first full 30 days. And like Amanda said, executive, it is my favorite rank as well. I feel like it is the backbone of our company, because we strive to get everybody to that executive rank so we can help you with getting $500 plus the $250 in your team commissions your first month. So $750 in your first month to help you win, and we help every single person below you do the same thing. Okay. Elite is 4,500 in organizational volume. This is roughly 45 orders underneath you. You're getting a $750 a month check. And like Amanda said earlier, we are about to go to weekly pay. So you will actually be getting that once you hit it, you will be getting that income the following Friday, which is absolutely amazing. I am so, so excited for that to come. But when you hit elite, you're also unlocking a $1,500 bonus. You have to maintain this elite rank or higher for 2 consecutive months. And then you get this $1,500 split payout over a 2 consecutive month period as well. And like Amanda said, my favorite way also is our financial freedom movement. This has been near and dear to our hearts because of the same reason of her. We were struggling financially. We came in with a ridiculous amount of debt. Like, I'm almost ashamed to even talk about it, but it's real and I'm a real person. So I'm just going to share with y'all because I know that it will be able to touch somebody. But y'all, in the next 5 to 6 months, we will be completely debt free. And that in itself is going to be huge and such a burden lifted off of us, especially when you dig yourself into such a scary financial situation and hole that you don't even know how you're going to pay bills, or even if you're going to be able to stay in your house over the next 3 months. Like, we could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. And we now, for the first time, because of this FFM department, because of Sarah Spencer, we can see it. My husband and I are on the same page. We're not having money issues anymore. It is such a relief. But with this bonus, I am a platinum ambassador, so I receive $400 every single month towards a debt payment of our choice. And it just goes to that debt to where it's helping us pay it down even further each month. And that is absolutely incredible. And then that's our goal, Amanda, is to be able to put it towards college funds for the future for our boys after we get all of that paid. So I love that you said that as well. But I do very briefly want to bring on my dear friend, Katie Steinbrecher. Katie, are you there? You unmute yourself.
I'm here.
Okay, y'all, Katie Steinbrecher, she is one of my very close friends. We were actually acquaintances from church, but we have become super, super close through this business. She reached out to me for products, to be completely honest with you. But she started referring people to me because she loved them. And I was like, you need to do this with me, sister. She is a mama of 5. She is also a NICU nurse. I'll let her tell her story. She's a power lifter. And she is an executive ambassador, y'all. She hit those first 3 ranks in her first full 30 days and is doing absolutely incredible, and actually is very, very close to hitting elite as well and building an absolutely incredible team. So Katie, thank you so much for sharing your story tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you for that sweet introduction. Katie is correct. I am a mom of 5. Sometimes it's hard to believe. We had our 4 kiddos. Life was good. And our youngest was 6, and we found out I was pregnant with number 5. It was very exciting. My husband and I are both older. And halfway through the pregnancy, I was put on complete bed rest. And it was a very scary time because I couldn't work. And I laid in bed for 10 weeks going, oh my gosh, we blew through all of our savings. And we really weren't sure what we were going to do, especially knowing that I work 12-hour shifts. I'm gone from my house for 14 hours at a time. And it was going to be almost impossible to work like 1 or 2 shifts a week, which was my norm, with 5 kids in 4 different schools. And so I knew that there had to be a better way. And I had prayed off and on for something to do, but I didn't want to be one of those people. I didn't want to be one of those people that post on Facebook all the time. And so I reached out to Katie, and like she said, we started with products, and I started referring people, and she said, you need to come do this. And I laughed at her. I was like, you are crazy. I have 5 kids. I work outside of the house. I have time for nothing else. And she said, but you're already doing it. At the very least, you could get paid for it. So my husband came home from school that day. He's a teacher. And I said, Katie called today and she wants me to do this business with her. And he looked at me, he goes, you should totally do this. And I thought, you've lost your mind too. So I go talk to my parents, and my dad goes, well, we've seen how well you've done on the products and how well Anna has done on the products. Anna's my 14-year-old that we started products on first. And I'm really tired, and I want all that energy y'all have. So I really want to try that Max stuff you take, which is our brain health micronutrient. And my mom looked at me and said, if you could do this and not have to work every weekend night of the week and be home with your kids, we think you should try it. You could have knocked me over with a feather. So I said, okay, God, I guess that's my answer. You're knocking me over with a feather. And so I called Katie back and I said, look, I've never done this before. I do not want to be salesy. I am not a salesperson. But if you'll teach me how to do this, we'll give it a whirl. That was almost 8 months ago. And I have loved it. The income that this has given us, in addition to working in the hospital, I've been able to cut back on my hours. I can do this from home with my son. I can hop on Zooms. I can get on phone calls. I can talk in the car, and I'm home. And I've been able to cut back to just working my 2 shifts a month. And the income I'm making doing this has been able to replace that income, and we're all healthier. Like Katie said, I am a competitive power lifter, and we're very careful about what we put in our bodies. And so my husband and I had already been on supplements, but we started these, and we'll never take anything else. I mean, my entire family takes them now. I mean, all 5 kids, my parents, his mother-in-law is getting ready. I mean, my mother-in-law, his mother, who's 85, is getting ready to start on products. His nephew, I mean, a myriad of people in our family. So it's been life-changing, to say the least. And the financial freedom movement is hands down the best part of it. I have a hefty amount of CV. I have a small team. It's growing, but I do have money sent almost every month to an extra principal on our house note because of the FFM, because I reached that in box 1, that 2000 in CV, and I get $50 sent to our mortgage payment. So it's pretty awesome. So thank you, Katie, for letting me come on and share my story.
Thank you, Katie. I love her story because y'all, she's never done this before. And she can do it because she has the help and she has the backing and because of this incredible compensation plan and our amazing products. And just like she said, she's a competitive powerlifter and she has her first competition from after having her baby on Saturday. And I know that she is feeling absolutely amazing because of these incredible products, and she is going to totally crush it and kill it. So I'm super excited for her. Thank you so much, Katie. So somebody invited you tonight for a reason, and you're on tonight for a reason. You stayed on this moneymaker call for a reason. More than likely, it's financial. Y'all, 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That means 78% of the individuals on this call are living paycheck to paycheck. But you can change that. COVID, y'all, it did a number on all of us. I don't care who you are, it did. And people realized during that time, man, maybe I need to have multiple streams of income. Maybe I need to have something else to fall back on. Maybe I need to have an established savings because, y'all, it's going to happen again. I'm just going to be completely honest. It was way too easy for them to shut everything down, for it not to, right? So what do you have? Do you have something established, or are you looking for a way to be able to establish? We have that way here. We can help you. We will help you get there. We will be there with you every step of the way, link arms with you. If you want to walk, we'll walk. If you want to jog, we'll jog. If you want to run, we will run with you. But I promise you, if you have work ethic, desire, commitment, if you're coachable, you can have amazing, incredible success here. So whomever invited you, they are going to reach out to you, see what kind of questions you have. They will connect you to one of their mentors or their sponsors to see if we need to go into any further detail, answer any questions, and get you going on your journey and see if this is the right fit. But thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Hope everybody has an absolutely incredible weekend. Amanda, thank you again for your time. Katie, thank you for your time. And I hope everybody has a great Thursday night. Thanks, guys.